Hello, and welcome to Splatoon 2, the game that has been sitting on my Switch since August of 2017. I bought it because someone said, hey, let's play this game together, and I said, okay, and then we never did. But I've owned it since then, and now I'm finally gonna get my $60 worth because I just recently finished playing through the first Splatoon campaign, and it was really good. Not anything that was groundbreaking, but it was a solid, fun experience I would highly recommend to anybody. And now, we're gonna be playing the second game, which, as you can probably tell, haven't even booted up a single time, because we're on the player select screen, so that should give you an indication of precisely how little I've played this game. So, start out, that should be fine. I pick an eye color. We're just gonna. How do I like my hair? I'm not really gonna be too fussed about this. Just blitz through the customization so we can get into the thick of things. Are you cool with this? Yes, I am. That's not what I wanted to say. I wanted to say yeah. I hit the wrong thing. I said yes and then I hit no. Is what happened right there. Okay. Nintendo presents Splatoon 2. It's gonna be an opening cutscene, or we're just gonna dive straight into the main menu. Alright, we're just diving straight into this. Think you're too cool for school? Well, it's time to prove it in battle. You're looking a little green, though. Let's start with the basics. Aim, okay. I see gyroscopic controls are still enabled for the Pro Controller. I wonder if there's a way to turn that off. Face full of the clearest view. I'm not entirely sure if there's a way to disable that or not, but alright, so we don't really need to go through the basics since we've already kind of played. Obviously, we've already played Splatoon, so we know how this. Oh, look at that, a map! It's a map! Look at this! It's the map. It's the map. It's a map! Who would have guessed it? Being able to see the map on the screen, so I don't have to look down at the gamepad every single time and look at something you guys literally can't see. Who would have guessed it? Okay. Now then, yes, we don't really need a tutorial because we've already played Splatoon, the first game, so we know what we're doing. But I guess we'll play through it. I don't think we can skip it. Can we actually? No, we can't. I was gonna see if I can pause the game and try to skip it, but evidently we cannot skip it, which is unfortunate. So I don't know if you can disable gyro controls or if that's just baked into the game. Because what I was hoping for was that once I got to Splatoon 2, I wouldn't need to do Splatoon. I wouldn't need to do gyro controls anymore because obviously I wouldn't be playing with the gamepad. I'd be playing with the Pro Controller. But it seems that I've not escaped the gyro controls just yet. I don't know if I can turn them off, but if I can't, then we'll make do. We will make do. Yeah, they're just telling me how to do a bunch of things that we already know how to do. I will say, it's nice that they show you the controls on the left side of the screen, that every time they introduce a new control scheme to you, or a new button to you, they add it to the diagram on the left so that you don't, in case you ever forget how to do something during the tutorial, you can always look back on the left to remind yourself of what buttons do what. So that's a very cool thing that seems like a minor detail to point out, but you know what? I think that's a pretty cool addition to the tutorial. So I guess I can take this time to say, since we're doing a tutorial, and, you know, everyone pretty much knows what we're doing with Splatoon. What I've been saying, or what people have told me, is that Splatoon 2 is when the games get really good, because the original Splatoon's campaign is good, you know, it's a solid experience, but Splatoon 2 is where things really get kicked up to 11, so, and I really enjoyed the first Splatoon, minus, like, one or two things. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Splatoon 2 improves the formula. Okay, here we are at the main menu. Let's just get into it. Our Inkling newsweather girls, newscast girls back at it again. Not exactly. They look much different than they did in the first Splatoon. Y'all know what time it is? It's Off the Hook, coming at you live from Inkopolis Square. Check it. Here are the current regular battle. Oh, we don't need to see this. I thought it was gonna be like an introductory cutscene for the campaign, but no, it's a standard affair of showing you what the stages are, which is what they did last time, to be fair. But I didn't know because it was my first time booting it up that they were going to show me anything special. So are they still going to do the stay fresh thing that I've heard a million gajillion times at this point? Let's see. I cooked salmonids all day, but Mr. Grizz keeps crying about eggs or whatever. Pearl, did you even read the Grizz Co. training manual? Why is our producer freaking out? Read the teleprompter, Marina. Huh? Let's see here. This just in. The great Zap. Okay, see, this is what I was expecting to see was, like, a little bit of story detail. This just in. The great Zapfish has disappeared? Wait, like, for reals? I feel like I've heard this story somewhere before. I wonder. There's more. Pop superstar Callie of the Squid Sisters has gone missing. No, not Callie. This is terrible. Do something, Marina. Okay, I'll put together a search party. Whatever. I'm sure they'll turn up at some point. In other news. But shouldn't we form a search party or something? Let's try a little something new today. I call Inktopolis Fashion Focus. Pearl, what are you doing? I don't see this in the script. Relax, we're just gonna spotlight some fresh new styles around Inkopolis. Put the dream run us by our producer. Nope, let's dive right into our first feature. Okay. All the cool squid kids in town seem to be sporting these weird hairstyles lately. Squid kids? Oh, right. At this rate, it's only a matter of time before this thing is a full-on fad. Although I feel like I've seen these weird hairstyles somewhere before. Alright, Pearl. I'm getting word that we're out of time for this segment. Fine. Be sure to tune in next time for more Inkopolis Fashion Focus. And when exactly is next time going to be? Pretty sure we peaked on that one, so probably never. And that's all the time we've got. Until next time, don't get cooked, stay off the hook. Oh, I was kind of expecting them to say stay fresh, because that was kind of that was the whole thing from the first game, but I suppose it did not make its triumphant return, which I'm fine with. I will say, they definitely have a lot more personality than they did in the first, because in the first game, they were always just like, hey, we're here to tell you what the stages are, but they actually seem to have a bit more of a dynamic and personality this time, so cool with me. Welcome to Inkopolis Square, the new nerve center of the Inkling culture. That's Deca Tower there in front of you, one of the tallest buildings in all of Inkopolis. There's a lobby on the first floor of Deca Tower for online battles. Over here we've got the Galleria, Inkopolis' most popular shopping center. Here you can buy the freshest gear and weapons to use in battle. But the shops are pretty exclusive and they won't serve you if you're not fresh enough. If you're not fresh enough. What else? Oh, that creepy shop back there. Rumor has it they're hiring for some sketchy job. Might want to think twice before you apply there, unless you really need dough. That brings us to the show, the coolest hangout spot in all of Inkopolis. That's where Inklings go to meet up with nearby friends in both competitive and cooperative play. Next we have... Huh? Who's that mysterious squid back there? It almost looks like... No, she'd never hang out in a place like this. And those clothes. It must be someone else. Gee, I wonder where you have to go for the campaign. Is it just me? Or does that alleyway seem a little fishy? Yeah, definitely some fish going on over there. Probably best to ignore it. Anyway, you check out the lobby of Deca Tower. That's where you can get your splat on. Okay. So you pointed me in two different directions. You pointed me towards this person over here, who I'm guessing is campaign territory because last time I had to go through a grate. But also you said there's something weird going on over here. Is this just... Hello, Victor. Oh. Okay. I guess you're just a person. Can I see what's going on back here? Listen closely. To enter this area, you need to... Ah, I see. Got it. Okay, so the answer was both. The answer was they were both campaign material. It's just that one is the main campaign, the other one is the Octo expansion. Because they both seemed like, hey, story stuff is over here if you're interested, and then the multiplayer is over there, so have at you, but it turns out it was both of them. Okay, let's go. Let's jump into what I assume is going to be the main campaign, and then, don't know if I'm going to cover the Octo expansion DLC yet. It depends on if Splatoon 2 is as good as I expect it to be. If it's good, then I'll probably buy the DLC, and if not, then, well, I won't. This is what will happen there. The Octarians. Hey, you showed up. As soon as I saw you aimlessly wandering around the square, I knew you were the one. I'm Marie. I know you're probably a bit starstruck, but I need you to get over it. Yes, I'm that Marie. You know, from the Squid Sisters. You've never heard of me? For eel. I guess it's better than the other version of that phrase I've been hearing recently. Well, you obviously aren't very cultured, but you'll have to do. See, I've got a little thing I need some help with. By now you've heard that the great Zapfish that powers Ingopolis Square is missing. Well, it's not just missing, it's been squidnapped by the Octarian menace. Not again. How do I know this? On the surface I may just look like an absurdly talented pop star, but in truth, I'm Agent 2 of the new Squid Beak Splatoon, a secret society of heroes who save the world from Octarians. Now, I've been trying to keep an eye on the Octarians in my downtime, but I'm a busy girl. If only Callie was around to lend a hand. Ahem. I need you to go get the great Zapfish back from those slimy Octarians. What do you say? Are you in? Ahem. So... I mean, I don't talk, so you're not gonna get an answer out of me. I'll take your awkward silence as a yes. Welcome aboard! You are now Agent 4 of the new Squid Beak Splatoon. I even bought you a brand new hero suit as a signing bonus. And look at that, it fits like a glove. Not bad for an old hand-me-down. Now let's go tear those Octarians limb from limb from limb from limb from limb from... Well, you get the picture. Oh yeah, the entrances to the Octarian realm are invisible, so I have to ink them to reveal them. Tentacule Outpost. That's neat. The worlds actually have... Ah, okay, so it's laid out exactly the same as it was originally with the... You start in the center and then you work your way around the 5 islands. Okay, I was gonna check to see if I can open the map the same way I could in the tutorial, and I can, just a bit of a different story. Alright, records, scrolls, options. Okay, can I... TV tabletop mode. Okay, so I can turn on gyroscopic controls. But here's the thing. I'm not actually sure I want to. I know I said that I wanted to a lot throughout the first game, throughout my Let's Play of the first game. Thing is, it's so ingrained in my brain, it's like that's how I play Splatoon, is with the gyro controls. It's so ingrained into my brain, in my muscle memory for how I play. I don't know that I want to turn them off. So I think I'm gonna keep I might change my mind at some point, but I'm gonna keep them on for the time being. Anyway, okay. So what are these things over here? Oh, they just change what color my paint is. No, they don't. Okay. Not entirely sure what this is for then. But they're definitely different. Oh, is it like... Do you think it's difficulty selection? Because this one goes down easily, this one goes down less easy, and this one's the hardest to take down. Is that what this is? I'm genuinely not sure. That could be me looking way too much into this, but they're clearly here for a reason. So, and the fact that they're deliberately designed to go down in different increments of difficulty seems to imply that might be what the case is, but I don't know. It also doesn't really give me any indication, like an on-screen prompt to say, hey, you changed the difficulty, so I don't know. We're just gonna ignore it for the time being, and see if we can't find some levels. Okay, levels, come out to play. I want to play a level. There's the exit. That's probably a level over there, so I'm gonna do what I did in the main LP, which is... Okay, that took a while. Or the main LP. I'm gonna do what I did in my first Let's Play. Okay, so that's level 3, which is that I'm gonna unlock all the levels first, and then we'll go around to play them. So we'll do that, and just so I don't spend too... I mean, what I would normally do is I would do this all off camera, and then I would get all the things off camera. I'm just gonna run around the level or the world real quick to find all the levels. I'm assuming there's gonna be one up there. Is there? There is not. This is the big set. I'm gonna find the levels, and then, oh, by the way, I'll just say this right now. Not that this should surprise us, but the visual art style, the art style's the same, but the actual visual fidelity of this looks gorgeous, and way better than it did in the first. There's so much more detail in the skybox in the background of all these areas. I'm pretty sure I cross-jumped, but okay. So yeah, I'm gonna run on the road real quick to find all the levels, and then we'll... Oh, it's spawning back here? Lame. And then I'll go find them. Or then I'll go play them, sorry. Final one right here. Yes, it is, okay. So, levels 1, 2, and 3. And then, of course, the boss behind me. So I think we've been going for almost 20 minutes already, so we'll do levels 1 and probably 2 if we have time today. And then tomorrow we'll do levels 3 and then the boss to close out the first world. Okay, still don't know what the deal is with the 3 colorful barrels, because my immediate thought was easy, normal, hard, because obviously the first one goes down instantly, the second one goes down still moderately quickly, but not as quick as the first one, and then the third one just takes forever to shoot down. But the counter to myself I would make was, in that case, why wouldn't the game tell me that the... Oh, hello. What are you? What are you? You are just a thing? Are you just a thing? Oh, okay, no, you give me points, cool. my immediate counter to myself would be, okay, well then why wouldn't the game actually tell you that you've changed difficulty if that was what the purpose of that was? But then if that's not what it was, I don't know how to explain it as to like what the purpose of those things would be if not that. So I don't know. I'm just gonna not think about it, and we're just gonna play through. We're gonna play through pretending as if everything is totally normal. Okay. Also, I've gone back to not reading the text at the bottom of the screen. They clearly put more effort into the dialogue and the story this time. Well, I can't say story, but the dialogue definitely. They definitely seem to have more character than they used to. So they seem to have put more effort into it in that degree. So I'll say that much. The actual story itself, I can't say anything to that effect. But even having said that, the mid-mission dialogue on the screen is still largely going to just be, I'm assuming, tutorial stuff. So I'm not gonna pay it much mind for the most part. And okay, which one of you has the key? Oh, do I have the key? Oh no, I don't. I need to find it. Okay, does it show it? Okay, I can't open the map. Interesting. I'm pressing X to open the map, and it's not. Map is not being opened. Map is not being opened. Okay. Interesting. So in the tutorial, I could press X to open the map. Apparently, I can't open the map anymore, which is not ideal. But also, that would hopefully mean that I don't. I guess I don't need the map anymore. Because previously, you would need to look at the map in order to see where the key was and stuff like that. But I'm assuming if I can't open the map in the campaign, then I don't need to open the map for any reason. So let's hope that's how. Hey there. You may notice that I sound a teensy bit annoyed. You may also notice that the audio quality is significantly better than it was a minute ago. Well, the reason is because my computer ran out of storage. Despite the fact that it definitely had the storage to record an episode of Splatoon 2, it just decided, nah, you have like 0 gigabytes left. Actually, no, you have 0 kilobytes left, so get fucked in that case. Which was less than ideal. So, but, you know, thankfully, the recording was salvaged. As you saw it was fine. But what's less than ideal is the fact that the audio... So, ordinarily how I record things is I record the game audio, live commentary, and the game footage separately, and then splice them together in editing so that I can individually balance all the levels appropriately. But because I ran out of storage, I guess it didn't have the space to mix them properly, to split them properly. So they all got mixed together, and I can't control the levels when they're not individually balanced or individually recorded. So there's that, I guess. So yeah, minor annoyance that I had to re-record this part of the level, but you didn't really miss much in terms of my reactions. Really, all you missed is my reaction to the airstrike thing. So yeah, oh, by the way, spoilers. In case you didn't know, there's gonna be an airstrike ability. It gets unlocked. I was like, can you get distracted by this, please? No? I suppose not. Okay. Okay. Well, then just take that. I was trying to distract him with a splat bomb, but evidently that wasn't working out too well. It's fun. Now then, actually, honestly, I'm not gonna bother. I would fight them if I didn't literally fight them less than 5 minutes ago, but I did, so there's that, I suppose. But I will fight you all, because even though I don't need to beat the level, since I don't, the only thing that he gets me is the airstrike. I do want to really show off the airstrike, because it was kind of a cool thing, so I'll happily show this off. Please enjoy. Basically, you launch it up into the sky, and then they all get absolutely dunked on. That's what happens there. So yeah, I wish I could have had my reactions to this recorded live, but unfortunately, my computer cocked things up, and I don't know why. But it's fine. We made it through. The good news is that most of the episode was still salvaged, so, you know, it wasn't too big of a hindrance in the end. Did we get a new record? We did. Okay, I think I did it in like 4.5 minutes my first time or something like that. So, new record. I'll take it. Anyway, I was originally planning on doing level 2, but to be honest, I am kind of worn out on this game just because I had to replay that and just all the other complications that come with recording, so sorry to end on a bit of a downer, but if you want my overall impressions, I'm enjoying Splatoon 2 a lot so far. Very much so, in fact. I don't know if I can definitively call whether I like it better than the first one or not, because obviously it's only been one level. But in terms of its presentation, it certainly is presenting itself in a much better manner than the first game was, so it's got that going for it. But in terms of the gameplay, can't really say that definitively just yet. And alright, I got some bonus points to do. I was wondering what the point of those balloons were. Alright, so that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I'll catch you all tomorrow for some more Splatoon 2. Goodbye.